Oh, don't need my phone.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. We are ready. Yeah. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. 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 We're going to. We'd like to start this session with an opening ceremony. Jigel was it? Okmikami Windlewis, Nagadana Mungunalog. Psuyut Pizonalat Juek Eta Sigiskak, which is on Kawusat Yagutskitkamik. My spirit name is Rainbow Cloud Mungunalog and Okmikami and Grandmother Rain. And each day before we start our day, we are presented with these medicines. And it's very important that we acknowledge and give gratitude for each day that's gifted to us. And when we start our days in gratitude, then we feel gifted regardless of what we face in our day. What I have here is sweetgrass because it's morning. If it were midday, I would be using sage. If it was sunset, I'd be using a birch bark fungus. If it was night, I would have been using cedar. So those are the 4 medicines we use for the 4 phases of the day. And of course, the sweetgrass is a teacher of 7-generation thinking, so that when we pick the medicine, we make sure that we don't pick the first plant that we see. We honor it and give gratitude and leave it behind for the first generation after us. And we do that for each successive one. Then we pick the 8th one, knowing that it will be good medicine because our thinking was in a good way, because we were leaving 7 plants behind for 7 generations yet to come and pick the medicines. I have water. I'm Wollastokel, people of the river, so we always have to have a standing one, which is the tree. So this is maple bowl, and of course the water is in there to teach us about our emotions and how to be strong in our emotions regardless of what situations come in our life. It's very important for us to make sure that we honor all emotions, whether they're painful ones or joyful ones. But it's a reminder of handling emotion because it's one of our gifts, you know, that Creator has gifted us. And the biggest lesson is how do we handle our emotions? And that's what we work towards. I also have muskrat. My people are known as Gilhuzwijig, the people of the muskrat. The Mi'kmaq are known as Madwaswijig, the porcupine people. So we both of us use our animals very respectfully and very highly regarded. And matter of fact, we just lost an elder in my community, and her family brought muskrat for the community to eat so that we would honor the healing that we need from muskrat. Yesterday I did a ceremony for a beautiful baby whose placenta was buried, and I wanted to make sure that the baby felt the medicine of the muskrat and stuff. So it's very sacred to us, the muskrat is. I also have a pipe, and as a reminder of the balance of male and female, because in our languages we don't have gender, and therefore the pipe is a teacher of balance. And so the stem of the pipe is considered the male part of the pipe, and the bowl is considered the female part of the pipe. And in this particular one, this is my community pipe. I have other pipes that I use for different ceremonies, but this is one I use for community healing. And you'll notice there's a beaver, and beaver is community builder. And you'll see a medicine man carved on the bowl as well, and you'll see the double curve motif, and then you'll see the 3 baskets of knowledge, we call it, or past, present, and future teachings. And of course, you have the wampum belt here. And so it's a good reminder. And of course, you'll see the crane and the earth ones, the crawl ones. So there's a snake on here as well. And that's just a reminder of our relationship with all of creation, with the ones who live on the earth, the ones who fly, the four-leggeds, and of course our two-leggeds. And so when the pipe is put together, you go to the 7 directions, and people always ask, is 7 sacred to Aboriginal people? And the reason 7 is sacred, and I think we talked about it the last time, is the 4 cardinal directions. You'll see the elders go above with their pipe, and then they'll go below, and then they'll go within. And so the 4 cardinal plus those 3 directions are as well. And then the pipe is put together when ceremony is going to be done. And each pinch of tobacco is a prayer for whatever the request might be. And as pipe carriers, we don't have office hours. And I think that's the difference between Western healing and Indigenous healing. Western healing, the doctors have regular hours, you know, they have visiting hours. And same thing with all the professionals. I don't think you can call on a psychiatrist after hours. So for hours, that's why the pipe carriers are very important in our communities. We're called on anytime. And if one of us can't do it, we refer to another one. So there's been times, we actually do it internationally. There's been times we've all agreed as pipe carriers to light our pipes, especially on Earth Day. Throughout the entire day, ceremony has been done around the world, you know, and stuff. And so we all promise we're all going to do our pipes as we did on April 22nd of this year. I happened to be in Ontario doing a ceremony there. And the other one I have too is turtle. I have a turtle shaker. And when I shake it, I'm asking ancestors, join us. So we're here physically, but we also need the spiritual beings to be with us as well. We need those ones that provide us comfort when our human contact isn't enough. So we call on those spirit beings to be with us and to walk with us. Sometimes people have visions. I was doing a ceremony recently at a palliative workshop. And there was a participant who come up to me and said, I saw a woman on the left side of you, a young girl. And I says, yeah, some people see her, you know, but that's the little girl that teaches me about responsibility and stuff. So those are spirit guides, and we have spirit guides. And so when we call on them to come in and help us make sense of our earth walk. And of course, a gift from the sea, you know, this particular one actually comes from New Zealand because they have Aotearoa, they have lots of shells in the sea. And so and of course the eagle feather. And this particular one I carry with me because it's from a northern elder and stuff from Labrador. And she's, this is the feather of their owl. And so that's their medicine one. In the same way we carry our eagle feathers, they carry their owl feathers. And so I wanted to bring the northern teachings with us here today because it's wisdom. And of course, when we light, we preferably matches, but we'll call this the sacred bick. They call this and stuff, you know, when we don't have our matches. And what we do is we bring the smoke to the top of our heads. And the reason we bring it to the top of our heads first is as we're entering into the physical world, it's usually head first. And so that's where our thinking is, our mind. And so we ask Creator, just for today, teach me how to make decisions in a good way for others, you know. And so we bring the smoke to the top of our heads so that our thinking just for today will be in balanced way. We bring the smoke to our eyes so that we give gratitude for vision, and knowing that vision isn't just what we see in front of us. Vision is also seeing beyond. beyond the physical. It's that recognition of spirit. We, seeing the spirit of things. We bring the smoke to our ears so that we're reminded that we're gifted with 2 ears to be good listeners. So we always listen to both sides of the story, both sides of 2 sides. When there's 2 people arguing, for example, you don't just make a decision based on the first person you hear. You have to also honor that we have to listen to the right side and the left side, the male and the female. And so to be good listeners, but also to teach us how to listen to creation. And it's that spirit I talk about is like, there's a prayer we have, it's called, "O Great Spirit, whose voice I hear in the wind." How many people can say they've heard voices in the wind? It's that kind of listening. We bring I was in a sweat lodge the other night, Friday night, and it's so beautiful to hear the frogs while we're in the lodges, because one of my spirit guides, so I'm really alert to when my spirit guides sing to me or try to send messages and stuff. So listening is really a beautiful gift. And for us, oral tradition it's almost as if I'm not sure. I never want to dismiss oral tradition. That's why I wear the moccasins that I'm wearing out, because on it is the sun, the tree, and the water. Because our ancestors, when they were signing agreements and treaties, they were saying, as long as the sun shines, the grass grows, and the rivers flow, we will listen to creation, we will honor, we will give gratitude, we will live in harmony, we will walk in humility.